Besties. Gypsy Rose swore she was logging off for peace and quiet, but not even a month later, she came strutting back like Chaos had her own speed dial. Picture it, luggage in one hand, a wig in the other, and a Cameo gift card dangling like, surprise, I am back to haunt your For You page. That was just the teaser trailer, because the way she whiplashed through rebrands, meltdowns, and contradictions could fill a messy highlight reel that would make even Bravo producers blush. So buckle up, besties. This drama is about to get dragged through every filter. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is basically the queen of quitting, but never really quitting. One week she's preaching about privacy and peace, the next she's on live hawking leftover baby registry junk, pushing overpriced doodles that look like dollar store art, crying mascara rivers, and allegedly serving up AI-generated pep talks on Cameo for $160 a pop. It's the kind of whiplash that makes the audience dizzy, and it sets the stage perfectly for the next messy reinvention. And speaking of zigzagging through chaos, besties, let us slide right into her greatest hits in rebranding. Because honestly, she has tried more personalities than a Sims character on cheat mode. Picture her spinning a giant carnival wheel labeled Art Girl, Mom Blogger, Parody Queen, Wig Influencer, and hoping one lands, but 9 times out of 10, it slips away faster than any lip gloss on a hot July afternoon. Perfect setup for a rant, right? Facebook Marketplace hustle. Baby registry leftovers, crickets, closed sale of her TV outfits, trolls dragged her like it was a group sport. One fan said, "This isn't Poshmark, it is a yard sale with main character syndrome." Another chimed in, "Imagine being famous and still selling used onesies online." And the internet added, "Gypsy, blink twice if you need a financial advisor because this is not it."
Gypsy Rose Blanchard is selling some of her things on Facebook Marketplace and has already been pranked. Gypsy recently deleted her TikTok account, or at least she privated it, but before that, she had added her Cash App to her bio. Also created a Facebook Marketplace account where she was selling some of her baby items as well as some of her clothing, specifically items that she wore in her show, Life After Lock.
Support group chaos. She joined a Facebook group for moms of kids with microdeletion chromosome disorder, then admitted her baby doesn't even have it. That's like walking into a hospital waiting room to brag about being healthy. Group allegedly iced her out. Comment section, read the room, Gypsy. Another, she logged into the wrong group chat and doubled down. Let's move down to the blown beauty art. She renamed her 9 million account and started pushing conversational art priced like rent in New York. Captions read like, "Please buy, my baby needs formula." Fans were not buying it. One commenter said, "A $5 doodle with a $500 price tag? Girl." Another, "That's not art, that's daylight robbery." Someone else quipped, "Even AI art has more soul, and that's saying something."
Art page. So I am the artist behind Blown Beauty Art, and I'm excited to share with everybody my creations. I've loved
Well, I guess sales are a little down for Gypsy Rose because even though she said she was not going to use her name for her Blown Beauty Art, she opted in for showing everyone that she is the artist of this company. Finances may be a little tight after a few vacations away from home. She came back selling all her items and this blown art made with a blow dryer. I don't know. Maybe she should opt in for a 9 to 5 instead.
Then the parody skits via Sheena. When art did not sell, she pivoted to making mocking videos of her critics, uploaded by her friend Sheena. From Artsy Marm to Petty Queen in one Wi-Fi connection. Fans wrote, "Not Sheena turning into her unpaid intern." Another joked, "Blink if you're okay. Sheena, we'll send DoorDash." Then the hair chop. She cut it short, hated it, then ran back to wigs. The scissors worked overtime for nothing. Fan joke, "Her hair has more plot twists than her show." Another added, "At this point, her wigs deserve SAG credit." And one more, "Those wigs working harder than Ken ever has."
We're gonna be sisters' hair with our new hair. Gypsy. Oh, Gypsy. Gypsy. I look just like you. How about that? Gypsy, how do you deal with all this? This is too much. Gypsy, I love looking like you. Jeff, we got the same wig. Wigs by Tiff.
Instant reaction. The rebrand wheel was spinning, but the hamster was long gone. The crowd in the comments was like, stop auditioning new personalities and just stick to one flop at a time. And if you think that was messy, just wait, because the farewell performance deserves its own award. And then came what I like to call the farewell soap opera. Besties. She did not just post a goodbye, she staged it like a Broadway finale. Lights, camera, victim tears. She stood there like she was accepting an Oscar, telling us Lifetime did not renew her show because the audiences did not match. Bestie. Translation? It flopped harder than my Wi-Fi in a thunderstorm. Those ratings weren't just low, they were in the basement with no cell service. Then she leaned in with this whole speech about how her managers had lined up other offers, but she notably refused them for the sake of her peace. Peace? Okay. Mother Teresa, cosplay, we see you. If peace look like dollar signs, maybe. Then she blamed Lifetime for making her post during her so-called breaks, which is why fans thought she was lying about leaving. Girl, Lifetime did not hijack your phone and type those captions at 3 a.m. That was all you. And just when you think the drama's over, she drops the dramatic "I'm deleting TikTok" line. Cue inspirational piano music playing in her head. Supposedly, she phoned Serenity while hiding out at Ken's mom's house in Texas. Honestly, it sounded less like self-care and more like witness protection.
I deleted the TikTok app off my phone for a few days, had to re-download it back to post this message. Because I haven't been on the app for a few days, I'm kind of out of the loop about a lot of the drama that's going on in the Gypverse. Whatever drama is going on, I'm not affected by it, so don't worry about me. I just felt like scrolling was so much of a waste of my time. I'm not tripping over the emails. I mean, how would everybody else feel if their personal diary was released to the public? Like, I did some stupid stuff, yes. Do I do stupid stuff now? Yes. But it's all about growth. It's about learning. It's about maturing. And maturing takes time.
And let's not forget her big pivot, promising to focus on her overpriced art from home. Spoiler alert, the art still did not sell. Finally, she wrapped it all with crocodile tears, begging strangers online to leave her alone, insisting she only owes her daughter. The way she dabbed at her face had me thinking she was auditioning for The Notebook too. Please. Theatrics on maximum volume. And the internet almost bought it. One fan said, for the first time, she almost had me. Another wrote, she's not logging off, she's buffering. Top comment energy. And here's the kicker. That final goodbye edged like milk in the sand because not even a month later, yep, exactly 3 weeks, Chaos strolled back in with a suitcase like, miss me? Perfect cliffhanger into the comeback mess. 3 weeks, that's all she lasted, besties. 21 business days. She logged off with tears, logged back in like Beyonce, quoting, they held me down, but I got up, already brushed off the dust. I'm sorry, what? Beyonce called she wants her lyric back, and the internet said, sis, you did not brush off dust. You brushed off accountability. Instant meme. And then the live started rolling in. Picture it. Wig parched like it had overtime pay. Ring light hotter than the Texas sun. Excuses lined up like contestants on The Bachelor. First excuse, it's my account. I can do what I want. Okay, but you literally promised deletion like it was a blood oath. Second excuse, she claimed she left just to test if haters would stop. Spoiler alert, they did not. If anything, they doubled. Then she dropped something about Operation Possum. Like, we're suddenly in Marvel Phase 5. Girl, the only operation happening here is you operating that ring light. And just when you thought that math couldn't get messier, she swore she wasn't an influencer while literally plugging her wig supplier mid-sentence. The math wasn't mathing, it was dropping out of school. And then came the piece de resistance. She called herself a cockroach with her whole chest, said she'll be the pest crawling forever because she's that girl.
They ain't getting rid of me. Not today, baby. They ain't getting rid of me.
I want
I'm
them
gonna
to
do
know
whatever
that I'm going to be the
I
cockroach that they pest control
Yeah.
and a nuclear bomb can't take out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to irritate the fuck out of you because I'm that bitch.
Yeah, bitch.
Fans instantly lit up the comments. Not how rebranding as the thing Raid was invented for. Another, I've seen villains, but this is giving discount Disney Channel. Instant reaction, nope. Jail time, immediate jail. Honestly, lock up the wig too. And just when you thought the excuses tour had finally closed, she spun around and hit us with a brand new plot twist. Sobriety. She sat on live, stared straight into the camera with her best serious face and admitted her worst post parole disasters all came with a side of booze. The drunken rants, the messy late nights, the chaos. It was like a deleted season of her show. Then she swore up and down that she and Ken were turning over a new leaf, living clean, no more shots unless it's a vaccine. Okay, motivational speaker arc, we see you. But fans not convinced for a second. The comment section turned into roast central. One person wrote, "We'll believe it when she lasts longer than a TikTok trend." Another chimed in, "Bookmark this because she'll be sipping again before the next wig haul." And honestly, besties, if she actually keeps this up, then good for her. Growth is cute on anyone. But let's be real, history says otherwise, and the odds of Gypsy staying sober are about as stable as one of her wig caps in a windstorm. That is why the audience wasn't cheering. They were side-eyeing, already bracing themselves for the next chapter of chaos. Smooth transition because, spoiler alert, the next mess was right around the corner. And just when you thought the saga couldn't get more desperate, she reminded us of her golden rule. Remember when she swore she would never charge people just to say happy birthday? Cute. Because now she's out here on Cameo with prices so wild they need their own seatbelt. $149 to $160 for a pep talk or a roast. Later slashed down to $99 like she was running a flash sale at Walmart. 1 week she's "I would never." The next she's hitting us with Cyber Monday energy. And the internet did not let that slide. Commenters were ruthless. Gucci prices, Walmart pep talks. Another, she said never, but meant never last 3 weeks. Someone else joked, "I would rather spend $160 on gas. At least my car actually takes me places."
Hey y'all, so as many of you probably already seen, I have joined Cameo recently. The decision to join Cameo was kind of all of a sudden, but I think it's a great platform for me because the tools and features that they have are user-friendly, and as y'all know, I go through so much online trolling that if you have sent me a message, if you're a supporter and you sent me a message and I had not read it, chances are I have never seen it and I might not ever see it.
It wasn't just spoiled milk, besties. It curdled, fermented, and walked out of the fridge on its own. Perfect sig. Because if you thought the price tag was messy, wait until you hear who decided to test it. Enter Candle Keeper, MVP of trolling and honestly, my personal hero of this saga. She straight up dropped $160 on a Cameo just to see if Gypsy would take the bait. The request, a dramatic sob story. "My mom hates my boyfriend. She won't let me see him. It's ruining my life." Obvious bait, right? Like neon sign obvious. Everyone in the room saw it coming. Everyone except Gypsy.
Tell me why I just discovered that Gypsy Rose Blanchard does cameos. This is diabolical of me. I don't even think she's gonna do it, but I did one for encouragement, and I was like, I'm really struggling with my relationship with my mom. She hates my boyfriend and is banning me from seeing him. It's ruining my mom and me and his relationship. I just need some encouragement to know that me and my mom can get through this. Sorry, evil, maybe fucking hysterical if she does it. Oh my god, this will be the best $160 I have ever spent if she does it. I highly doubt she will, and I'm just gonna get a refund, but oh my god.
And Gypsy did not just bite, she swallowed the whole hook. She sat there and filmed a 7-minute sermon about how Kendo needed to listen to her mom, how boyfriends come and go, how moms are always protective and usually right. She even sprinkled in the "have a sit-down talk" line like she was hosting Dr. Phil's After Hours special. The irony was so loud, you could hear it from space. Comment sections went feral. Not Gypsy Rose giving mother knows best after, you know. No Gypsy Rose giving mother knows best after, Another fan said, is this parody or reality? Because I genuinely can't tell anymore. And the best part, the internet did not even have to exaggerate. The clip spoke for itself. Gypsy out here cosplaying as fairy godmother while forgetting her own origin story. Perfect messy bridge. Because if you thought giving that advice was the punchline, wait until you see what Kendo did next. Kendo did what any troll with a sense of justice would do. She left a scathing review calling out Gypsy for having no business handing out mother-daughter advice. And guess what? Poof, like howdy, the review vanished. Convenient, right? Meanwhile, Gypsy's page looked like a Hall of Fame exhibit. Glowing 5 stars plastered everywhere. On her story, she proudly reposted only the love like she was curating her own museum. No bad vibes allowed, only pretty paintings. Fans were howling. One wrote, she deletes reviews faster than I delete text from my ex. Another chimed in, her Cameo page is giving curated museum. Only the pretty paintings allowed. Only the pretty paintings allowed. The energy was less authentic feedback and more HGTV home staging. And that edit button worked harder than Ken ever has. Perfect bridge into the next twist, because if you thought scrubbing reviews was shady, the AI bombshell is even juicier. Kendo, being the queen of receipts, decided to really test the waters. She ran the exact same sob story question through ChatGPT, and besties, when the answers came back nearly word for word identical to Gypsy's so-called heartfelt advice. Imagine paying $160 for what was basically an AI essay.
Okay, sorry, I keep seeing so many comments that are saying this, and so I asked the exact question that I asked Gypsy on the Cameo to ChatGPT. I mean, guys, literally word for word. Just read it. Just read it. She went into so much emphasis about just like having a talk with it and, blah, 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 blah. I mean, this is exactly what ChatGPT spit out to me. Which, mind you, this was the prompt that I gave it. It was exactly what I asked Gypsy. I mean, like, this is actually crazy. It is damn near word for word. Like, what? Word for word. Like... Oh, this is...
Fans went feral. At this point, ChatGPT deserves a cut. Another wrote, so we're paying premium for plagiarism now? Someone else jokes. She copied her homework from the robot and still charged honor roll prices. It was giving Hallmark card energy, but without the $3.99 sticker. If your from the heart pep talk sounds like it was spit out of a template generator, bestie, run those refans. And the kicker, the revelation did not just make her look lazy. It made the whole Cameo side hustle look like a scam with the clip art glued on. Smooth bridge because the cover-up that followed was even messier than the crime. She DM'd Kendo with this whole self-righteous line. I knew you were a troll. I was showing growth. Growth? Girl, you filmed the 7-minute TED Talk, deleted the one honest review, then hopped on live bragging that you'd blow troll money at the mall. That's not worth. That's a clearance haul. Growth where? Forever 21? Zara's bargain bin? Fans were cackling. Retail therapy doesn't sound as emotional growth. Another piled on, sis, Target runs aren't confessionals. Sis, Target runs aren't character development. It was giving shopping spree confessionals instead of accountability arc. And if you thought that was embarrassing, besties, the next side eye shift drags Ken straight into the spotlight. Now fans are asking, is Ken even providing? Because Gypsy is hustling like rent is due. From art flops to Cameo discounts, it screams desperation. Even Ryan laughed on live when he heard her Cameo prices. Fans, Ken's role, background extra. Another wrote, Ken's contribution is more support, but even that seems on sale. Okay, let's talk about the contradictions because Gypsy's timeline is giving whiplash. First, she logs off forever. Cue violence. Then comes crackling back in exactly 3 weeks like Netflix auto-renew. She cloned Cameo users as tacky, only to turn around and slap a $160 price tag on her own shoutouts. She begged for privacy, then proudly rebranded herself as the cockroach who won't leave the kitchen light. She insisted she's not an influencer, then dropped wig promo links mid-rant. And let's not forget, social media was allegedly toxic, yet suddenly it's all about not letting the haters win. And at this point, besties, the plot isn't just giving CrossFit. It's training for the Olympics, wearing a wig, holding a Cameo gift card, and live streaming the entire workout. Fans are exhausted. She needs a loyalty card for every lie. 10 contradictions, 1 free Cameo. And honestly, they're not wrong. The math is clowning harder than she ever could. The cockroach speech will go down in history, from crying, leave me alone, to declaring herself an infestation. That's villain origin story unlocked. Fans, even bugs know when to hide. Another, she said Roach era, but it's giving flea market. The audacity did a triple backflip and stuck at the landing. Here's the thing. The internet is a slot machine. Gypsy pulls the lever. Cry, vanish, return, provoke, monetize. Fans split into 2 camps. The concerned and the entertained. Both keep watching. She knows that. But when a baby's involved, it's not just content anymore. Real talk, it is hilarious until it isn't. And we passed that line. Commenters asked if she's always online, who is watching the baby? Goodbye sob story, Texas peace, overpriced art, 21-day comeback, cockroach era, wig plugs, Cameo flop, troll Cameo, review deletion, AI scandal, growth, DM, topping flex, Ryan cackling, Ken speculation, baby in the background. That's the Gypsy Rose saga. So besties, where did you tap out? The cockroach speech, the Cameo price tag, or the AI pep talk? Drop your timestamp, and if you made it to the end, comment Roach vibes so I know you're comment Roach vibes so I know you're elite. And yes, I'll be in the comments sipping water and reading y'all's texts like it's the morning paper. Stay hydrated, stay pretty, and stay petty, and remember, boring is free, but chaos pays the bills. Group chat adjourned. Mwah.